Hello, St. Louis, and welcome to OnSTL.com.
Well, I've waited 2.5 years for this moment.
Maybe we need a drum roll.
Now, Carrie Houck is finally joining us after 2.5 years. We finally got you in the studio here, and with probably better reason than we ever could have. This is so great that you're involved with the Tennessee Williams play. What's it called?
Stairs to the Roof.
Which has only been done like once.
It's only been professionally produced once in the United States.
At the
since 1947, the Pasadena
Playhouse. Joy and I
we
were at the Pasadena Playhouse before.
So
Huge place.
let me just ask you before we get into all of that.
Okay.
You're like the premier casting agent in St. Louis. Are you still that plus this? I mean, what all hats do you wear?
Well, I'm a casting director. I always will be till they put me in my grave. And I'm an acting coach, and I do teach acting. I'm an adjunct professor at Webster University for many, many years. And I am now a theatrical producer. I've produced a couple of short films, but I'm really back in my milieu where I started. I started in the theater. I've been casting in the theater a lot in the last 5 or 6 years, but I found this play that I love, and Tennessee Williams is my favorite playwright, and I think the most important playwright, not only from the United States, but maybe in contemporary theater. And this play just spoke to me on so many levels. It takes place in St. Louis, and a lot of the locales are Forest Park and Washington University and the International Shoe Company.
He worked there, right?
Yes.
And that's like the City Museum now.
It is. And this play, his time there really influenced a lot of his work, and especially this play in Glass Menagerie.
And did you say that it's in the location where he went to right down the street from where he went to high school?
Yes, he went to Soldan. In fact, we're trying to get a group from Soldan in on one of our preview nights, the kids.
And Joe DiMaggio went to Soldan. I mean, that was But something was going on at Soldan.
Yeah, and it's time. He also went to U City. That's another one that produced a lot of great artists. I really think it's time for St. Louis to recognize one of our, important natives. And he wasn't really from here, but he spent his formative years here.
He also presented some of his plays at the very building where you will be doing this, which is now called the Bootcat Club.
The Bootcat Club. They were his early plays, and he worked out of there. It was called the Little Theater, and the Wednesday Club, which is now the Learning Center on Taylor and Westminster, is where the Mummers performed, his theater company that he was involved with when he was at Wash U. So that's on our bus tour. We have a bus tour of Tennessee Williams sites, but I initially wanted to do it at the Mummers Theater, but it wasn't really ready yet for prime time, and it will be, but not right now. Okay. And then the Shoe Cards, who own the Bootcat Club, the former St. Louis Artists Guild, called me and asked if I knew anyone who might want to do a play there, because they were opening this fantastic space in October.
This is the debut of the Bootcat.
Yeah,
how nice! And tell us the location, so we all.
It's a breath from Forest Park. It's just a second over Del Mar at 812 North Union.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, why was Stairs to the Roof only performed once? What is it about that play that it did not get performed more often?
I think there are a couple of reasons. For one, the Glass Menagerie and other bigger plays of his were happening in New York at the same time, and they sort of overshadowed this work. This is an enormous cast. I mean, there are 30 roles.
Oh, boy.
And even with double casting, we have 13 actors, 2 dancers, and an aerialist. So it's expensive. It's very expensive.
That answers the question right
there. Can you imagine her Rolodex? She must, just that alone, and then everybody else that she has to call.
I'm a first-time producer, so I may have some rocks in my head, but it's going to be a beautiful production. I have a director and designer who are Williams aficionados. They are favorites of the Williams estate, and they come via the Provincetown Tennessee Williams Festival, but they're from Cape Town, South Africa. So I was hooked up with them through my friends at the Provincetown Williams Festival, and Fred came in May for casting, and they're both here now, Fred Abramsa and Marcel Mayer, and they're geniuses. They're theatrical geniuses, and I feel so fortunate to have them here.
Now, this precedes something that will happen in about a year, a Tennessee Williams Festival here in St. Louis,
Yes,
right?
we're launching. This is sort of the little appetizer for the inaugural St. Louis Tennessee Williams Theater Festival.
Wow.
Which will happen in May of 2016. But in the meantime, in March, we intend to do some St. Louis one acts of Tennessee Williams on site. We don't know where yet. With some really exciting directors. There will be 4 of them. We'll take 2 of them to the New Orleans Williams Festival at the end of March. Then next September, we hope to bring another Abramson Mayer Williams production from the Provincetown Festival to St. Louis so that we don't lose the momentum that we're going to gain from Stairs to the Roof. So by May, when we have the 4-day festival, people will really be...
This is very exciting. Yeah. Now,
ready.
Stairs to the Roof, the preview night, I believe, is November 6th,
Yes.
right? And the show runs from November 7th through the 23rd.
Yes.
Where would you find tickets?
Brownpapertickets.com.
Great. Okay.
And you can purchase at the door as well. Some nights are selling out. We have a couple of really fun events opening weekend. There's an opening night party November 7th. But again, the 6th is also a discounted preview for anyone who might want a little bit of a cheaper ticket.
Preview night is always fun.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
you discourage me from going to that, but I always like
Saturday night after the performance, Bar Italia, our friends, are going to host a little mixer with the cast, the scholars.
Oh,
I have
that's
all these
great.
scholars coming in from New York and the East Coast who will be at the mixer, and the actors are going to do monologues and
Really?
songs
And
and poems
anyone can
of
come to this?
Williams. Anyone can come.
Oh,
It's
that's
$10
wonderful.
at the door. We'll have snacks. It's a cash bar, entertainment with the cast, and just mixing with them and the scholars, the Williams scholars, who are just so much fun and knowledgeable about Tennessee Williams. Sunday, we had a bus tour. It is full before the matinee, but after the matinee, we have an amazing panel with these people who are coming in from out of town, and Dr. Henry Chevet from Wash U.
You take this
and our
artistic
director.
designer thing very seriously, don't you?
Well,
it's pretty amazing.
I'm
everything
pretty
you put
excited
together.
about this. This
I
is
guess.
really a
Who put
lifelong
that
dream.
bus tour thing together?
Well, I did, but it's sponsored by the Missouri Humanities Council, and Tom Mitchell from the University of Illinois, who's a huge Williams scholar, is going to be conducting it, and we'll be going to the gravesite and various theaters and sites from the play, the shoe company.
Oh man.
Is
Yeah.
he buried here then?
He is. He's at Calvary.
Or Calvary.
Wow.
How about
Yeah.
that?
Stairs to the Roof, Tennessee Williams at the Blue Cat Club, 812 Union, just north of Delmar on Union.
1 minute from Forest Park.
There you
And
go.
you are saying Boo Cat, not Blue Cat.
No,
It's
Boo.
B-O-O.
It's Boo.
Like
Boo. Boo. Boo Cat.
Yeah.
Boo Cat is the coolest name on the planet right there. Okay. Now, it runs from November 7th through the 23rd, and you go to Brown Paper.
Tickets.com
Okay,
and
great.
discounted preview on November 6th.
Now, what do we have here to give away? We have a pair.
We
for
have
when?
2 tickets for the said November 6th performance.
Oh, for the preview night.
Yes,
Good. Great.
preview night.
My favorite night.
Yeah.
Since you won't be going, yes.
Thank you very much, Carrie.
You're welcome.
Thanks,
It's lovely
Carrie.
to see you.
Nice to see you too. And our segment today is brought to you through the generosity of the Medler Law Firm, proudly helping clients in the St. Louis area with automobile, truck, and motorcycle accidents. Call the Missouri Accident Lawyers at Medler Law Firm today for a free consultation, 314-727-8777.